Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and in this video I'm actually going to be setting up my Hobonichi Cousin journal for the week of February 6th through the 12th, and this week's theme was black cats. My inspo for this week was actually my own little familiar slash fur baby. His name is Salem Crowley Saberhagen. Yeah, that's his whole name. I'm a little bit of a fan of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and as well as Supernatural. So there's a couple of little themes thrown together there. But that's his name. We like to give our cats little elaborate names. He does have a brother. His name is Jack O'Lantern. We've had Jack for short about 11 years. We have had Salem for about 3. So we've had him since about 2019. And honestly, he is just like the best little companion. He is so unique in his personality. How we ended up getting another cat by that point was actually kind of a funny story. A few years before we had got Salem, we had another cat named Willow who happened to be Jack's litter mate. But she was no longer with us, and Jack was kind of solo for a couple years in our house, and we only had one cat. Jack isn't a particularly affectionate cat or anything. He likes to be pet and things like that, but he's not really seeking out attention or anything like that. So I thought that he might need a little friend. I was just really kind of obsessed with like these Pinterest boards that had nothing but black cats. So I've had several throughout my life, and I've always loved them. I've always had a soft spot for black cats. They've always been my favorite. So I was kind of obsessed with the idea of getting another one. So I had warned my husband, like prior to this, that I was going to get a black cat the next time I saw one up for adoption, or if somebody was trying to rehome them. So he had been telling me, you don't need another cat. Right now, we need to get a bigger place before you get another one. And I was like, no, if I see one, I am going to get it. So I don't usually try to be like a spoiled brat as far as that kind of stuff goes, but it was just something that was on my mind that I really wasn't going to let go of. So one of my friends had actually posted that she was looking to rehome some of her cat's kittens, and of course she had a black cat. So I had contacted her, and like the next day I went to go pick him up. I even tried to sneak him into the house. It's kind of funny. I snuck him into the house into my coat. And I pretty much told my husband, I was like, you can either be mad about it and accept it, or you can just accept it and be happy. So lo and behold, we kept him, and we've had him ever since. So Salem is actually really, really mischievous. He has a really fun personality. Like I said, he's kind of sneaky. He's kind of lazy. He always has like this constant derpy look about him, and he's really funny. He does seek out a lot of attention. He loves treats and belly rubs and head scratches and stuff like that. So he's actually just such a fun cat to be around. He is a little on the chunky side, so we try to be mindful of that, but he does have this really gnarly habit about chewing plastic that we have to be very careful about, because otherwise he will try to chew things, and we are so scared that he's going to ingest it that we have to keep things like that away from him. So this is actually a kind of funny story. He actually stole chocolates from the top of my desk one day, and he was laying on them like they were little eggs or something, like he was trying to hatch them. And my husband had texted me while I was at work, and he's like, this cat is laying on these chocolates. Where did he get them? And it's like, he had to have gotten on my desk to steal them. So he steals chocolates, apparently, not because he wants the chocolate, but he wants to chew on the wrapper. So just got to be very careful about him. This is also kind of funny for me, because I have told my husband that when we move, get a bigger place, have a plot of land or whatever, I want to have no less than like 10 black cats. Black cats tend to get a bad rep because of superstitious beliefs and things like that. Some people think that they might be bad or evil or whatever, and I just have never come across one that was like that. Never a bad personality or bad behaviors or anything like that in my lifetime anyways. So I always have had like a soft spot for them. So I told them, I was like, when we get this plot of land, I'm going to have no less than 10 cats for my legion of minions. So, I have one, I just need 9 more, so whatever. But yeah, so he was the inspiration for this week's drawings, and I actually really love how some of these turned out, because it's like some of the same little stances and little poses that he does throughout the day, just however he likes to lay about the house. This one is particularly angry, if you can see that. But I just love cats in general. I'm such a crazy cat lady. Even though Salem was the inspiration behind most of these drawings, I didn't make them as chunky as he is. That would be a lot of fat cats, to be honest. And I'll actually post like a couple of little photos towards the end of the video if you guys want to check it out, just so you can see him. But he is really quite the character. I know a lot of people that have black cats themselves, you know, they have similar experiences with theirs. You know, they're kind of funny. And I don't know. Like I said, it was just a really cute theme that I wanted to include in my journal. It really does inspire me to continue to write in it because I tend to fill it with drawings that I really like. Whether it reminds me of something that I really enjoy, things that I love, things that I'm interested in. It really is helping to establish journaling as a constant habit for me. So I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. As I've said in other prior videos, you know, these drawings aren't perfect by any means, that they're just for fun. And so you can see that I've, you know, kind of drawn outside of lines and things like that. But I do go back and I erase it at some point, which I'll show you guys here in just a minute. But I thought these were a few of the cute little silhouettes and poses that some little cats have. This one wasn't my favorite just because the tail, I didn't have enough room for the tail. And I didn't really think that through whenever I was drawing it. But I was like, you know what? Like I said, these drawings aren't meant to be perfect. They're just meant to be fun and kind of encourage me to use the Hobonichi as a journal. Which, like I said, it's been working, so it's been great. I also want to mention that I found journaling to be a really interesting tool last week. I actually mentioned it in my Plan With Me video yesterday, but we had a bit of ice and a lot of crazy winter conditions this past week here in North Texas, and we were kind of iced in for a few days. At least I was. My poor husband had to still go to work, and that was a big ordeal, but you know, he usually does even through weather like that. But for me, it was, you know, I was off of work 3 days out of the week because we couldn't drive anywhere. The roads were not drivable for the most part. We kind of laugh about it because it's like Texas is just not equipped to deal with that sort of thing. It shuts the whole state down really. And while I'm sitting here at home and I'm kind of like on this weather quarantine, if you will, I'm finding that journaling was very, very helpful in keeping me sane and not allowing me to go crazy with cabin fever. So overall, I've been having a really good time with it and continue to do so. And like I said, I will continue to do these videos until it's not fun for me anymore. But overall, I'm hoping to think of some new themes for next week, and I just thought that this would be a really fun time to go through and kind of give you guys a little backstory to my inspiration this week. And I hope that you really enjoyed it. And let me know what you think, and let me know if there's also any kind of themes that you would like to see on the next video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Like I said, if there's any suggestions that you can think of for themes for future weeks, just let me know in the comment section down below. I will be including any materials used in this video as well as social media links in the information section. And I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. So again, if you want to check out some pictures of Salem, I will be posting them here at the end of the video. And until then, I will catch you on the next one, guys. Later.